Good Sunday, folks. Hope you're having a fantastic day so far. I don't know why Streamlabs likes to sometimes mute my mic when I start a stream. It's rather frustrating. My name is Joel Duggan, if you have not figured that out. We're back on the Citadel, but we're in the dark. We're actually in the Nether. I was dropping off some supplies to Hannah, server mate, and while I was here I thought I would quickly repair my elytra, which is only half gone, but I think we're so close to the zombie piglin farm that we might as well, right? Provided that it loads in in time for us to get here, then we should be good. My FOV feels a lot closer than normal for some reason. I don't know why. So this won't take but a minute. It's actually a pretty fast farm. Lazy Tiger, hello. Galaxy Boy, good to see you. Cosmic and Dan Grice also hanging out. Hope you're having a good day so far. Cosmic, you didn't like the flight? No compliments on the flight skills? Just like, please don't do that again. So the elytra are repaired. The axe is almost done. I mean, really, that's fine. I didn't realize these guys were getting caught. Alright, it's enough noise for now. Not even worried about the gold, I'll let someone else have it. Flying through the Nether is only sometimes a terrible decision. Well, if you don't know where you're going, sure. But I've been here so often. I mean, I built it, so like I know where all the curves are and all the different things we have to avoid. But it is, of course, safer, more pleasant, and nicer looking to go through the Nether. Actually, hey, why not throw on some shaders while we're in here? Make everything look nice and purdy. Sometimes it really works out well with glass in the hallways. I do sometimes forget that this is a server. Do other server mates have their own areas they're working on? Absolutely, yeah. If you do bank citizens in chat, you should see a link to the other people that stream on the server. Not everybody that plays streams, but they there's definitely some cool areas. Shaders I'm using are, just hold on, I'll wait until I'm through the portal so I can sleep. I want to say it's Sildur's. They're not the best. I find they make candles quite bright. What is the shader? Is not L? No. Shader packs. Currently BSL version 8.1.02.2. In case they needed more points and subversions. I've played with Enhanced Default as well. And Sildur's Vibrant. I feel like the Enhanced Default is cool because it doesn't tax the system as much. Like I can enable that one. But I don't know if I've gone through the settings for it. It just sort of tweaks vanilla Minecraft just enough so that it has shadows. But it's still very, very vanilla feeling. But then if we go and do the BSL version again. I guess I have two versions of that for some reason. Then it adds a lot of haze, like there's a lot more atmospheric stuff happening with that. And I find that the environment will look better, but then lights will be very, very bright, I find, even in the daytime. Yeah, I find the complementary shaders to be very harsh, a lot of high contrast stuff. But these are... I've also tweaked them a lot, like I've reduced a lot of things, like nothing wobbles, nothing... the reflections are all pretty tamed down. If you see the water in Minecraft, I'm using the default water texture as well, so I've layered that in with the shaders. It still has a reflection, but it still has the Minecraft water texture on it, so it still looks like it's part of Minecraft, which I like. But it's really pretty coming through here with shaders on. I quite like it. One of the shots from that path is actually my desktop screensaver. We unfortunately do not retain a decent frame rate enough to play. I'm so surprised that even with this computer I can't play Minecraft with shaders on. So once we get down to the town, it won't be smooth. Thanks, Dan. Yeah, it does look really nice coming through here, especially with all the golden wheat, you know? Although, depending on the shadows, like, I find the shadows can be kind of muddy with shaders on. But I'm not sure whether that's the server, whether that's the render distance. Like, I don't know enough about shaders to know what to tweak to make them work best for my system. But like, if we switch back and check out the enhanced default, I mean, it's not terribly different. There's a shadow. And our frame rate still stays up pretty high. But I find my screen just chugs. Like if I turn left and right, there's a noticeable flicker, and it gives me a headache in minutes. So I can't actually play like this. Walking in a straight line is fine, but the moment you start turning around and actually playing and building, it becomes not fun. But just having like shadows in the street really helps too. Because if you turn these off, it's kind of plain. And we get a much higher frame rate, of course. Syncs up with the monitor. So I like the render look, sarcastic. I like the render look when I'm playing. The problem is that I can't get the performance that I want. I'm always jealous when we raid Megabyte and she's playing on her hardcore world with shaders just cranked, and it looks beautiful, and she's creating and playing, and everything is smooth. And I'm not sure how. I'm not sure how to actually do that on my system. All right, so we're back in West Hill. I've got a good inventory of stuff up here. Yesterday we finished up this inn and we did a little bit of work on the pathways and stuff, but we're going to wait to finish these, I think, until we're done these other buildings back here. And we've got one that's already in place, but I think it would be good to maybe complete the idea of choosing a permanent color for the bottom of this one, and also figuring out what I'm going to do over here. I guess it's just going to be more brick, which is frustrating, but I can't think of anything else to use over there. We'll probably use a dark oak for the roof. So I'll get dark oak for the roof, and we'll grab stone bricks for the frame. I'll probably need some dirt to fill things in. Some grass. Get some coarse dirt for paths. And I need food. Steven raiding with a party of 8 coming in from the server. Or actually, I don't know that. Were you online? I'm not sure if you were online today or whether you were playing on your single player world. How was your morning? How was your stream? What were you up to? Folks that don't know, Steven ESC is a server mate neighbor. Not literally, but very close to it. And podcast co-host. Aldebar, good to see you. Ginger, hello. McScrewgunn, what's up? Thanks for bringing in your folks. You were on the single player world today. Nice. What's the agenda currently there? Like, how's that playing out? So I'm not sure how far down we actually want to go. I feel like this is probably about where we need to be. Probably an entrance about there. That tree is probably going to have to move, but that's fine. So I'm thinking we might want to have the entrance up a little bit higher. Because if we could walk straight out, that would be good. And that takes us out to the wall. And there's no staircase or anything in there yet, so that's good. And do we want it to go right up against that? I guess we probably do. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That works out quite well. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe 5 is probably all we need. I needed ender pearls, and endermen were not anywhere nearby, so I had to make the trek. Next time, likely a dragon fight. Ooh, interesting. Have you done the dragon fight on your own very often? And a bingo game that triggered having to run through the nether without any armor. Made it all the way to the new warped forest and back. Nice. I just flew through the nether, which gave Cosmic a heart attack. So this is feeling a little big, maybe. I'm wondering if we can... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I make it smaller, I think we can separate it here. Although, I don't know, maybe it would be cool to have a wall right there. No, I kind of like the layer of having some space. And plus we can do something cool with that. Can probably figure out something cool to do with this space. Maybe it could be a little fenced off area. Now this, we could, I guess it's 6 of one, half dozen of the other. Like, do we want it to go? I guess we could always carve into the wall if we want this to be a little bit more spacious down here. Because I like the idea of having a little bit more room. Sarcastic, thanks for the follow. So even though the wall is here, we could just kind of like eat into it a little bit. Gives us a slightly more interesting shape. I'm okay with this wall being stone and stuff. And then I guess the roof will just make a simple slant. We just have to make sure that we don't go above the walkway. We had that challenge over here with this roof. And it looks like I went with slabs and then trapdoors, which I didn't bring. Based on your discussion a few weeks ago, I started watching Peripheral last night. Very much agree with you. Great show. Oh, good. Yeah, I'm all caught up, by the way. I won't get into any spoilers, but I watched the last 2 episodes last night just to catch up. That's Steven and I tend to talk about that on the treadmill in our morning workouts. Take care, Steven. Thanks so much for the raid again. Enjoy your lunch and the rest of your day. I'll catch you later. I guess I could gable it, which would be a lot easier. I've got the room to do that. That's probably the easiest solution. We've only got 1, 2, 3. If we do a half, yeah, that works out, I think. Perfect. Very simple. Not the most imaginative, but and that doesn't look out of place from up here, so that's good. It might be a little bit wide. I might want to just knock the wall back just a little bit here. I feel like it might stick out just a little bit too far. No. No, that looks a little bit unintentional, so we'll go back. It's funny how sometimes you really notice the 1 meter changes in Minecraft. This is one of those times. We could recess it. It could work too. But then that kind of feels like it's in the way of the door. That's fine. Wait, did I just do that again? Yeah, I did that the wrong way. There's definitely going to have to be some trees moved in this area. Probably going to put that here. That way you can clearly see that there's a way to go over this way. So yeah, we'll have to figure out a way to hook this all up. Have it feel like an accessible area. And then inside, I guess we'll just go with plain stone for now. Adds a little bit of layers. Something to look at as you walk by. We'll add in the old trapdoors. Started now. Hello. Hope you're having a good day. Doo-doo-doo. Oh, McScrewgunn and Aldebar, you're ordering the book, The Peripheral? I never thought once I started watching the show, I thought, well, I know I usually like to read books like that, but once I've started watching a show, I prefer to watch the show, because otherwise I'm just like endlessly comparing the book to the show. I may move the door into the middle. I don't know that this necessarily needs a window, and if we do, maybe we can do something more interesting. Putting the door here, putting a window here. Less of a let's look out the window, more of a we need light in this place. Please add a window for light purposes. I'm just kind of going off the cuff for this particular build. And barrels. It's always good to have some stuff in the rafters. One, two, three, four, five. That works out great. Unless we want those higher. Yeah, I kind of like that better. Maybe we can put the trapdoors here. Ooh, we could take that beam all the way through. And then hang the lantern from it, maybe? And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Need more barrels. Don't remember, are they? I don't use my dark oak for barrels, otherwise I would just like shift click a whole bunch, but I want a little bit more control. I guess we're just gonna have to put one here too. Good stuff. So then we'll grab, I guess we'll just put like a little window in there, maybe on the inside. Because I'm thinking trapdoor, slab, and then we could do a oak trapdoor window. Part of me is kind of hoping you would keep these trees because they look really nice with the build height. Oh, yeah, I'm definitely keeping the trees. I might move them a little bit left or right, but I'm definitely keeping them. For sure. Just need some stairs. We've got a lot of these polished andesite blocks kicking around in the walls, so I thought it might be cool to maybe help this out. I don't think I did the texture this far. So on the front, I'm thinking we can change Maybe make the stair go that way? Just for something different? Unless it doesn't really matter. Yeah, actually that's better. Now here, I don't know whether to make this like a floor. I guess, I don't know what, there would be no reason to go down there. That's just empty because it would be silly to fill it in. So I guess this just ends up being a floor, but it would make sense that if there was a stairwell, it would start there. One, two, three, four. Usually 4 is enough. I think I might have to make a path there too. Thanks for the lurk, Cloudy by Design. Much appreciated. It always helps out. Eyeballs on the stream are always a good thing, even when you can't be here, so very much appreciated. That's annoying. Oops. Just enough. Again, I don't know why we would need that, but now we know. So this is probably going to end up being stairs down in both directions. I feel like I might put some sort of fence here. We can maybe turn this into some sort of, I don't know. I'm not sure what this could be. Some sort of storage yard maybe. Just have some stuff out there. I'm thinking this could probably be, and again, I'm just going to use your basic kind of blocks here, but probably something along the lines of storage for things. I'll come in and decorate that later. I feel like we could make something more with this door. It might be better off to have bricks. Yeah, and then we could do this. And then I think we can maybe come in with the other kind of bricks stairs. What do you think about the latest changes to the new bookshelves? The only thing I think is still counterintuitive is that you can interact with the first block and remove something out of the first block and still end up with a power of 1. I feel like if it's got, I'm not sure how to explain this, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you've got 6 slots, right? And if you put something in slot 1, I believe, if I recall, you get a power output of 1, right? But if you remove this, you still get a power of output of 1. If you put something in slot 2, then you get a power output of 2. If you remove this, you still have a power output of 2. That I find counterintuitive. I think this should have no output, and adding something to the bin or to the chisel bookshelf should give you a power of whatever slot it's in. But when you remove it, it should go back to 0. Yeah, Green Ninja, I agree. If it's empty, there should be no power. I think that's a consistent way of doing it, because really, like, I could come along and I could do this to a bookshelf, right? Put something in, take something out, and now it's a power 5. I could have another bookshelf right next to it that's empty that could be a power 0, and there's no way to tell the difference. And I don't think that's good design. I think it's going to confuse a lot of people, and it's one more thing you have to look up on the wiki or know from watching YouTube, and it's just like it doesn't feel very natural. I kind of want to get rid of this. That exposes that. And I brought more stairs. Ashy Smites, thanks for the raid. Hope you're having a good day. That feels a little bit like too much. Yeah, it feels more like a catacomb. Yeah, never mind. Maybe we can sneak one in here. Nope. It covers up the barrel, but it does look more sturdy. Cool. So that's the basics for that place. Tarzan, good afternoon from Canada. Personally, I think the idea of the bookshelf reverting to 0 makes more sense. Although I think that having it be the way that it is now provides more value to the technical community than by being different, if that makes sense. Yeah. I mean, I can understand that they're trying to add a new mechanic and not have it be just the same as everything else, but you know, like for whatever reason, it doesn't feel right. If that makes any sense. I've got stairs. I need slabs. That's what I'm missing. We're going to be talking about those changes on the spawn chunks tomorrow too, for anybody that's interested in that. I feel like I might have to get rid of this and have a clear separation. So hard to make a path look like it curves when you've got such little space. Fun little trick when you can't quite get enough space is to use a stair to like give yourself 1.5 blocks on the top of something. Doesn't make a lot of sense, but I kind of want there to be a reason why you would choose to go in one direction or the other, you know? Maybe that's why we have to move the tree. Based on what's already in the game, it doesn't make any logical sense. Yeah, I think that's my hang up as well, with regards to the bookshelves. How can you reset the bookcase back to 0 if you wanted to? Lazy Tiger, I don't know. I think you have to break it. I think you have to pick it up again and put it back down. I don't know how to reset it to 0. Unless powering it resets it to 0, but I don't know. So I think what I want to do is move this here. Need to go get some fence gates. Might have to throw in a little bit of a custom tree here. Ooh, hello, creeper. Where did you come from? Need some spruce wood. You can also get a piglin head in the new snapshots. I remember someone being upset at first because you are basically killing a civilized intelligent mob for a head. Those intelligent mobs beat me up for opening up my own shulker boxes, so the piglins can kiss my butt. Anyone that gets upset over something like that in a video game needs to re-examine what it is that they're so bent out of shape about. If you don't want a piglin head, don't kill a piglin. It was probably the creeper that was hanging around like last week. He just disappeared and reappeared. Keith Leaf has followed. Thanks very much for the follow. Appreciate it. And CD14 also followed. Glad you folks are enjoying the stream. So I'm trying to keep this tree as close to its original state as possible. I'm just find there's a spot in here I need to. There it is. So I'm just moving the trunk, but trying to keep most of the leaves intact as best I can. That seems like a waste of a fence gate if it's going to be back in there. Break time when you're ready, says Cosmic. Thank you very much. Whoops. It's so hard to prune a tree when you're up on it and have it look good. That's not bad. I might actually just get the top just a little bit lower. It's tough because it's the same color as the roof. I wonder if I put the fence gate on the back. That would look good there. Helps separate it from the roof a little bit, though it's still not the best. It'll be interesting bringing a charged creeper into the nether next to some piglins. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not sure what that means for folks like us that use a data pack for mob heads. It might be just as simple as killing a few piglins for me. I'm not sure whether that's going to have the same effect or not. Anyway, that looks pretty good, I think, for a first go. When we come back, we will move this other tree. We'll also add a little bit more, maybe down here. Trying to make it like a clear path here, and a clear path out this way as well. We might make this stone just to kind of make it clear. But so far so good. Cool. If you are new to the channel, I take a break once an hour. It's that time now. I just step away for a few minutes, usually reheat my coffee. And when we come back, we will continue on with the, I'm not sure what you want to call it. It's like it's the northwest corner of the town. We've got some barracks and some bunkhouses and stuff to build, so we'll be right back. All right, let's see if we can get this tree sorted out. To answer your question, Tarzan, I followed Johnny Pixel Riffs on YouTube watching decidedly vanilla content. I found that through watching Hermitcraft and the Hermitcraft recap. And once I realized that I felt we had a lot in common, I invited Johnny on the Citadel Cafe, my podcast, to try and see if we had a good rapport as podcasters, because I wanted to do a show. That show, of course, ended up being the Spawn Chunks. But the first couple times that Johnny came on the show, we talked about, I think we talked about Minecraft and we talked about Star Wars, were the two big things we talked about, if I remember. But I put a link in chat to the Citadel Cafe website. And that should be the first time that Johnny and I recorded a podcast together. It doesn't make any sense there, does it? Sometimes it's just fun to jump in and start messing around with custom trees, I guess. Might have to start getting up a little bit higher. Whoops. It's always painstaking, but it's usually worth it. You've got a very specific sort of area you're trying to carve out a view for. Yeah, so the only thing that's a little bit funky now is just where they meet. Needs a little bit of layering. It's probably as best I can do. Oops. I'll have to find a way to make that a little bit softer somehow. Maybe with stairs? It's not bad. I struggle with trying to make trees look like they're drooping a little bit in Minecraft. It's not the easiest thing. One of my favorite parts is building the things between the builds. Oh, for sure. Yeah, I agree, Toy Bear. This is the kind of thing where like you don't have to plan. You just kind of, there's a lot of instinct. Like there's just a lot of, I'm just gonna go with the flow and see how it pans out. You know. I feel like that's doing pretty well. I don't want to get too carried away. The only thing I might do with that this tree here on the far left tree, I think it needs to be taller. We just need to, I think, all the trees ended up being roughly the same height. And I think we need like a bigger difference here in this one. I don't know what that means for the middle. I guess we can leave it blank like that. That's not bad. So then now, see, You can clearly see a much different silhouette, which I think I like. Do you remember who I saw do this first? I'm pretty sure I saw Scar do the branches with fence gates. Such a cool trick. All right, I'm happy with that rough layout for this area here. Going into here. Since we're here, we might as well do this. I think that's pretty good. We'll do the textures later. But that fills in the roof there. This still feels very empty and strange, so I'm not sure what we're going to do here. Yeah, I'm not really sure. I feel like that space wouldn't be wasted. But I mean, it could be something as simple. And we could just do this now quickly to see how this looks. Because it could just be something simple as like, you know, in the jungle they have like little bushes and brambles and stuff. We could easily do a few of these things around here. And since we're in the taiga, we could maybe even use mangrove leaves to differentiate them from the spruce trees. I don't know if it makes sense to maybe connect them up in some way. So we'll leave it there for now. We'll walk by a couple of times and see whether it drives us nuts. I think it could maybe use some height adjustment. This could maybe be higher in the back. And we could figure some stuff out there. I do want to try and cover up the dirt here. Somehow. And the nice thing about mangrove leaves is that they are pretty dense. It's kind of a straight line. So it just sort of looks like a thicket that you just wouldn't want to walk through, you know? A garden. Well, I don't know. There's no one around to tend it though, right? So I'm not sure. We'll have to see. Maybe it'll be like a little berry bush thing. I don't know. It's also really it's really close to here. So I feel like by using some natural walls and borders, we can kind of make this feel a bit more important. I don't know whether this is going to need to be here for anything specific. There is like a tunnel here that I want to put some sort of gate in. It's not meant to be big enough for someone to swim through. It's meant to be a lot smaller. Turns out that's hard to do on an angle though. Right? So we'll have to see. And I'm okay. I thought we were going to move this tree. I feel like I'm just going to take this tree I don't want to take it down. Maybe all we need to do is just shorten it. Two, three, four. Nope. Somewhere there are more, yes. What days do you play Satisfactory on? I don't have a schedule for that. I just usually, I shouldn't say I don't. I play Satisfactory usually during the week because Minecraft, the audience for Minecraft seems to be around most on weekends just because of the demographic. And just, you know, a lot of people have like 9 to 5 jobs and that kind of thing. Let's trim this down a little bit. So that makes that a lot smaller. So yeah, I generally... Oh, that's better. You can see that a lot clearer. Yeah, so I generally play Satisfactory during the week. I'm not taking a break until update 7. I just kind of... I needed some inspiration for it, and I haven't quite decided what I'm going to do next. I also really wanted to make more headway on this build on this area, so I've decided just to kind of push a little bit more Minecraft, but there's definitely days where I've been feeling the itch to play some Satisfactory. Yeah, sometimes Minecraft trees are pretty boring. Not a lot you can do about it. There goes my shears. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's in Update 7 that would be very helpful. So there's some projects in Satisfactory that I won't be doing until Update 7 hits early access. One of those is my train network because of all the towers that you have to make for the trains, you know? Every so many, you need supports for your train tracks. I've got a really good idea, but it's a real pain in the butt. So doing it once in the blueprint designer, even if it's just the top of it, you know, like even if it's just like designing a fancy top, you know, to the train thing, the train support, and then manually placing the bottom ones, but then to be able to copy and paste, which is essentially what a blueprint is, the more complicated top of the design, fantastic. I'm so stoked for that. Wow, that looks really cozy, doesn't it? I quite like that. Since we were talking about shaders at the start of the stream. That looks pretty natural to me. It's all about layers. Having things overlap, I think, is really important. So like, not only did we need light back here to make it spawn proof, but it also like kind of catches your eye and says, oh, I can go this way. Right? Like it's a real... Laying this stuff out, if you think about it like a painting, it really does a lot, I think, to help your builds. Okay, so with that kind of tackled, I think it's a good spot to look at actually filling in the inside and working on some of the details. I do like this, what's it called? Deep slate roof. And I like that we've got some junk out here in the yard and that kind of thing. I think the next thing is to select the final blocks for this guy right here, this neighbor. We've got, I know the roof can be spruce. I'm okay with the roof being spruce. It's a complicated roof, so it kind of has to have slabs and stairs, and I'm okay with that. I want some way to separate this spruce from that spruce, so I don't think I want to add composters up there. I think what I would rather do is I would rather change the top of this to be maybe deep slate. We've got like deep slate over there. Deep slate brick, or tile rather. The deep slate tile would be good. What are the other towers that I've done that are roundish? This is... We could try mud brick. That might be good too. Yeah, those look cool. Another deep slate tile. Done a lot of deep slate tile over this way. That's really cool too. I don't want to like copy that, but that's got an interesting shape to it as well. I forgot how colorful that is. I also think that this needs to be a block taller. So if that's going to be either deep slate or mud brick, that might influence the color that we choose for the bottom. So let's do that first. To empty the old inventory, I guess. Needed a refill on some stone. Keep those around. Grass. And I think my mud brick is down in the other area. I shouldn't say that it's only during the week actually for Satisfactory. Very often on weekends, especially as the winter months approach, I'll do double headers on weekends. So I'll do Minecraft for 2.5, 3 hours, and then I'll add another 2 hours of Satisfactory after that. I've just been really tired lately, so I've been trying to like enjoy a little bit of downtime on the weekends rather than pouring myself into super heavy streaming all the time. So I've just been kind of laying low on that. Let's try these. How do you make mud bricks? Is it just these things? Or is it like a quad thing? Yeah, it is. Packed mud. I don't think I'll need the birch. It should be okay. Yeah. I guess we'll try both deep slate and mud brick first. Let's go. Guess we'll try the tile. Is there a tile nearby? It's a tile roof right there. I'm not sure about that. But the face of it is at least the polished, so it's not going to clash like right away. We should be okay. I try not to put two roofs of the same color next to one another. So, as best I can. Not always possible, of course. Deep slate tile, deep slate that. We are going to need more, probably tile blocks. That should be good. Wonder what the mud brick would look like with the spruce. Mud brick with spruce. Oh, I see what you mean, like together. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I think the easiest thing to do is going to be to go up inside the tower. Alright, so let's just start by raising it up by a block. So that means that if we do mud brick, it'll be... I think I'm going to put the mud brick on the west side. I'll do the deep slate on this side. So that is where that would go. And then this would switch. But then these would be solid. Right? And then stairs. This is one of the fun parts about Minecraft is like you have an idea and you can basically just like when you're building these symmetrical things, you can just kind of go at it and whichever way you like, you just end up keeping that one and then you've already built half of it. Like when I really have enjoyed it when I've had like multiple, like 3 or 4 towers, because then you can like build each tower different, take a look at them and go like, yeah, I like number 2. And you can just go from there. Now, how did I do the top of this? Oh, it's another solid block. And then these go around the top like this. Oh, that was my face. I'm not sure why you react like that in Minecraft. You know, I feel like everybody has that same sort of like, oh, whenever you get hit in the head when you're flying. It's the combination of like the screen rotation and the sound effect. It's very, it has like a small glitch to it, which is not great. I mean, it's good. It's just that it's kind of a little irky. Speaking of irky, this is a weird noise. Oh, I didn't know that. I've walked on these before. I've never jumped on these before. Hold on. Oh, it's jumping off of it. Is it? There's like a high pitch to it. That's cool. Now I just have to trim off the bottom. So you can see why I wanted to kind of separate this so that it didn't connect here. So that's why I wanted to add a block to it. It's going to look like Cruella de Vil. One half is light and the other half is dark. It's a very squelchy sound. Yeah, it's not the best. Even though it's maybe true to nature. It's like the didgeridoo that they added to the music repertoire in Minecraft. People are like, that doesn't sound like what everybody thinks a didgeridoo sounds like. And it's like, well, but we recorded it and it's exactly what it sounds like. That's fine. But if it's not a good noise, then maybe don't use it. You know? That is really funny. You could do, if you did like a thematic build where like half of your castle was evil and half of your castle was lightly brightly colored and fun, that would be interesting. Happy Cat 1928 resubscribing tier 1 6 months in a row. Currently on a 6-month streak. 8 months in total. Thank you so much, Happy. Very much appreciated. Glad you're here. We are raising the roof, as they say. Increasing the height of the tower, which does a lot. I mean, already it puts the tower higher than the roof behind it, which I think is good. It stands out. You see it immediately when you come around the corner. I'm leaning on the deep slate. However, we can also change the bottom. We don't have to leave it as andesite. We could change that to something else. Because that is pretty dark. And may look a little bit funny with the spruce, but we could also like use the tile as like the edge maybe. Or a different kind of deep slate. I wonder what this would look like if this was all bricks. So unfortunately that gets too busy, right? Like there's too much brick and brick going on. I feel like we need to kind of change that up. But I also feel like the andesite is boring. Like Catherine's Empire from Empire Seasons 2? Sure. I don't know. I don't watch Catherine. I don't watch much. I normally watch a couple of Hermits, but I've fallen off this season because I find a lot of the content that's out there is just not quite what I'm looking for. So I haven't been watching. I've also just been watching other stuff. Like I find that my YouTube watch time has gone down a bit, which is surprising because I've subscribed to the YouTube Premium, so I don't have ads. I've been watching a lot of Satisfactory on YouTube, but then when it comes to like other things, I tend to be watching like Netflix and Prime and stuff like that. That won't always be the case. Brother, we're gonna go with English only, please. Thank you. Thank you, Cosmic, for being fantastic. Do you find premium worth it? I've been considering it for a while and I have not taken the leap. So the only thing that I find with premium is that it's a lot more expensive than it should be. But you would probably find it very useful if you enjoy YouTube music. I don't listen to music on YouTube. I listen to music via Apple Music. So I find that if you're listening to your music and you get ad-free and you're watching a ton of YouTube, I think YouTube Premium is worth it. I really don't like ads, which is why I only put ads in my breaks. I don't put them in the middle of my streams. And so I find ads on YouTube videos really monotonous. So, especially when they're in front of like a 5-minute informational video, like that really drives me. So I do like not having ads on YouTube. Like it's a very different experience. It's much more pleasant. And it's nice to be able to like have YouTube play in the background on mobile. That's cool too. But yeah, because I'm an iPhone user, that's where my music lies. Which is funny because I've got access to Amazon Music too because I'm a Prime subscriber as well. For shipping mostly, and I like Prime Video. As we mentioned earlier, we were talking about the peripheral. I hate ads, so YouTube Premium is worth the $10 a month. I'm not sure where you are, Obu, where it's $10 a month, but it's $17 a month in Canada. Once you get the taxes and the exchange rate in there. Not 10. 17 might be a little bit high, but it's not 10. It's a lot more than 10. Oh, 10 US. Yeah. So 10 US becomes 14 Canadian plus 15% sales tax equals, yeah, roughly $16 or $17. Give or take. 15 and change. I don't remember what it is. So don't quote me on that. I think I like the dark tile. I'll probably do something different around the bottom. But I don't know what to do about this part. That's a blow to the wall if I've ever seen one. Yeah, it's not cheap. It's not cheap. You know, I think I like the cobble deep slate between those two. Of course, the sun is setting as we're trying to look at dark blocks, which is not helpful. But yes, I do like the ad free on YouTube. I notice it more if I'm watching like YouTube a lot in an afternoon, like watching a bunch of videos or a bunch of small things. I really like not having ads when I go to watch a movie trailer, because like you're excited for like the new Star Trek trailer or Star Wars thing, and then you have to wait through an ad that's almost as long as the trailer. Like it's infuriating. Yeah, you know, I think we'll go with the cobble deep slate. Yeah, it's a very wet sound on the other stuff here. All right, so new color for this on the roof. I don't know if we're going to get much use out of this. I don't know if we're going to put a ladder in here, what we're going to do. I kind of want to see if I can put something light colored at the top of that as well. Although I've seen it used in many places, cobble deep slate is probably my least favorite texture in the game. Really? Even against Blackstone? Let's go with cobble deep slate walls, and I want to try, these are probably going to be too light. We'll give it a go. It's a 2x2 top to it, so we'll have to see what we can figure out. That might actually look okay. Nope. Not at all. Not at all. If it was a slightly larger build, it would work, but not in that case. Like the walls. We might have to go get some other things. It's too bad that these are so light. We could try going the other direction and get like I've got black colored, oh, what are they called? Nether brick fences somewhere. Welcome back, Dan. Good to see you as always. Straddles the line between messy texture and, yeah, and a more organized one. I can see that. Whoops. So one option would be this. That is an aggressive sound. Which just looks very square. Like it looks more modern city. Yes, I'll be taking another break momentarily. Trying to just make the old decision here. I think we just go with the tile. On the off chance that this looks good with just a couple of spikes. I don't know if this is going to work. Not really. It would be a cool idea for like a more fantastical thing. Like if you were doing, again, like an evil castle where things needed to have like horns and stuff like that. It sort of reminds me of the, not the Tower of Orthanc, Barad-dûr from Lord of the Rings in Mordor. So I think that's a successful change to the front of it. You lose a little bit with how much tile is going on, so we might throw in a couple of regular bricks, like sort of like those, I think. We didn't add anything underneath it. We can't really do windows because of the way that it works unless we do stairs. We could do that. Especially now that it's higher. So the trick now is going to be deciding what we're going to do with the roof in terms of the texture of the roof and what the bottom is going to be. And we could try... I feel like mud brick in the bottom is going to be... Well, the tower can't be mud brick because we already established that that was going to be far too noisy. But I don't know. I want a way to make this like not just gray. We have to find a way to make it not gray. That's not terrible. That's not terrible. If we got a little contrast in there with some dark oak or something like that, we might be okay. Did we use this as a building material anywhere? Like as a wall? I don't think we've used mud as a wall. We use it as a roof, but not as a wall. That I recall. Did not mean to rhyme, but hip hop album drops on Thursday. Okay, cool. So if you are new to the channel, I take a break once an hour. It's that time. Reheat your coffee. Play with your dog. Pet your cat. Whatever it is you need to do. We'll be back in 5 minutes. Outcast01, thanks very much for the raid. Hope you had a good stream. What were you up to today? So at the very least, I'm going to change the bottom of this so it's not cobblestone. I think we have to deal with the tower. The tower is probably the most important out of all of this, so figuring out what to put the tower as could be important. I mean, obviously deep slate on the tower is probably not the best idea. I mean, we could have the tower be more than one color. Building and digging. That sounds sounds like Minecraft. Let's grab more, I guess, cobble deep slate and deep slate bricks. We could make it a white tower. Although that's going to look very similar to the house across the street. Yeah, I don't think there's enough contrast there. That could work if we were able to put a little bit more brown in it, something to break it up a bit. I don't know whether andesite would still work or not. It's a little bit dark. It's not terrible. I feel like we need to do a little bit more with it, but it's not terrible. I do find calcite very repetitive. We're really not going to know until we fill the whole thing in. Could change it inside too, make it a little bit more consistent with the white that we have going on inside. Oh, out of calcite. Galaxy Boy, yeah, I've done that before. All in good time. Two. Now we could try to use some other blocks to create some windows. The only thing about calcite is that there's no stairs or slabs with it, so we might switch to like quartz or something, because it will give us more leeway. I feel like that's a little bit bright. I feel like white might not be the best idea. Outcast01, no problem. Of course, time to get some in real life stuff done. Thanks again for the raid. Enjoy the rest of your day. With that, I thought you turned into a villager. Nice. Yeah, I'm not digging the white. At least not the white, calcite. Maybe we should shift and focus on the bottom here. And I know we just used strip dark oak in our neighbor, but this might also be good too. What are other dark blocks that would work? I feel like jungle wood and mud brick go really well together. Yeah. It's not bad. Definitely has a little bit more character. It's these streams that I do find a little tedious, just because you have to try so many different things. And it gets harder and harder as the build gets bigger and bigger, because I'm trying not to repeat myself too much. But then, like, look, there's dark oak right there too. At least the mud brick breaks quite quickly. I don't mind that pattern of having something on the edges and then a more textured in the middle. That's not bad. It's definitely different. It's definitely different. And if we can bring a little bit of the deep slate down, then we could be good. I don't know about that. We might have to go darker than that. But then we'd lose all these cool little flourishes and stuff. I like that color combo though. The dark strip dark oak and mud brick, or packed mud and mud brick. They do go well together. But at the same time, not put too much hyper realism here. Having some of the same materials in a few builds makes sense because of the people who built it would have used. Oh yeah, no, yeah. I mean, it makes sense that you're going to be using stuff from around the area. That's why I don't build anything with sandstone here, because like there's no desert nearby, right? Like that's definitely one of the things I think about. But at the same time, it also narrows your block palette even farther, right? I think maybe we'll do bone at the top of the tower, and then we'll do something else on the bottom. Because that would separate the two busy spots that I'm worried about. Yeah, be able to place. I agree. I agree, Dan. All right, so let's take a look here and go with... I guess I could go with cobble. If I can get cobble, tough, and deep slate going, then that would work out great. Yeah, that's Instamine with a netherite pick. At least it's fast to fix. All right, and then the top, if we do this in bone, maybe this will help tie everything together. Weird. So I think we have to continue this over here. And we'll have to figure out what to do down there. That's going to be a little bit too repetitive, I think. Don't mind that. If we can get a couple of darker blocks on the bottom, then that could work too. How do we do this? Is it that? Nope. Really appreciate everybody being here today. It's always a fun, chill Sunday, messing around in Minecraft on the Citadel. I do like the combination of packed mud bricks and stripped oak. Stripped oak. It makes note. Yes, yeah, that's good. I like it. You sort of get that there. I mean, that's the dark oak and mud brick, but then this is the stripped. We do have, yeah, we've got stairs. Like I could potentially change these to have like that nice kind of inner layer. But then I'm not sure about that. I think this would be kind of silly. Maybe we have to do bricks on the top too. That's not bad either. So I don't mind the two-colored tone on the tower. I mean, the other thing is that we could just go straight at this with the mud brick if we wanted to. Because then even though that's busy, because it doesn't connect with the busy on the roof, it works. But then, of course, then it fades into the rest of the build and it doesn't really make any sense. You know, I keep on doing this. I always end up making the bottoms of things stone, and they don't have to be. The bottoms of things can be wood with stone supports or what looks like metal supports. That's a good idea. Let's do that. Because what I want here is more dark, right? Like I want more dark stuff happening. Packed mud and brown mushroom block. I do have brown mushroom block. What was the other thing I was looking for? Spruce wood. Or dark oak wood. Given how warm the hue of this building is, we might go with the spruce. See which looks better. Oh, definitely going to go dark oak. We could even keep these. Around the bottom. And potentially have them part way up. Or we can do more, not those, more polished. One, two, three, four, five, six. I like that better. And I know basalt looks better, and if we can hide the sides of it, could be okay. So if we can hide the sides of this block, this is darker. It's a little bit too purple. It's funny, you know, like in some builds, you can get away with basalt, but then when you can see the side of it, it doesn't work nearly as well. No, I think we're going to have to lower these. And dark oak, more stripped. Oh no, I wanted more logs too. TVL Dog, hello. We are working on the final block selection for this house that's kind of in between some of our builds. Trying to get it to look unique without clashing with its neighbors. Yeah, that works pretty well. I wouldn't want to overuse it. I actually kind of like that. I was going to do bricks down here, but I like the dark oak. That way we can keep the bricks on the right level. And maybe we only do one window. The sound of mud is beautifully awful. We were just talking about that earlier, about how the sound of the block is leaves a bit to be desired. For the life of me, I cannot keep my coffee hot today. I wonder if this would be better off over here. Yeah, I like that better. Actually, that was separating it from that other pole, so we'll do that. That changes everything in here too. Here I feel like we could probably get away with having some of these inside. Maybe we go with a double wide entryway in here. Because this can just connect. Hi. Hey, look. Food. I have no inventory space. Hold on. I wish that the audio would be working, because I would totally just like sneak up behind her. Sneak up behind them and give them a scare. Oh, jeez. Escalation. Free food. Free food is always good. Thank you, Cosmic. Right, I don't think we need the mushroom blocks right now. Cosmic is probably the farthest thing from a bully you could ever imagine. Unless it's Alistair. But then I can understand it, right? So I actually don't mind that. Oh, I put the bone blocks away, didn't I? That was dumb. Wait a minute. Those are supposed to be the other kind of blocks. Now this, I think, goes outside. Oh, no, it doesn't. Sweet. We just do that. What about this? That is an outside block. Oh, and Cosmic is gone. Oh, look at all the carrots. It's amazing. Thank you. Oh, right. Cosmic was AFK at our old farms in the meadows, getting all new kinds of stuff. Right, so that's a block that has to stay there. I think that's much better than what we had before. I'm okay with this. I guess we'll go and just continue this along. Although that's probably going to be... I don't know about this. Maybe we should... On the inside, I guess we could mimic the outside. And I think maybe have the dark oak inside. But that only works to here. I'm the kind of bully that feeds you, right? It's like that. I can't remember what kind of torture that is. Where like, you don't want your victim to die because then you can no longer torture them. You have to keep them alive so that you can reap havoc on their day to day, right? Like that's the whole idea. Is that too low? I feel like that's too low. I gotta remember that this also goes up by a block too. Yeah, these colors came together quite nicely. That is an inside block, so we can just do that. Is that outside? Yes. Ah, okay. Well, we could still do this. We could just use a trapdoor. Not the best. We could just use, maybe use a trapdoor inside. Knuckle sandwiches. I haven't heard that. I haven't heard that phrase in a long time. Whoa, that's not the way to do it. So I have to come up with something for that corner. For now, we'll leave that like that. Oh, right. So we've got, goes in a different direction this time. Maybe what we need to do here is actually change the way that the wall goes. What did we do in the front? Did we frame the doors? Wait, we framed the end doors, but the middle door we left on its own. I have a carrot box somewhere. Right. Little inventory dump. We don't need tough or cobble. Basalt didn't work. Don't know why I have mud brick walls on me. Put those away. It's really fun as you start to hone out the paths in an area. You get to go walk back and forth and see how everything is shaping up. Quite like that experience. Are those directional? No. Whoops. Somewhere in here, there is a carrot box. I believe it's orange. Oh, I could be wrong. Maybe it's empty. All right, maybe we don't have a carrot box. Problem solved. Do you plan on putting interiors in the houses? Oh yeah, every house that I've finished has an interior. If it doesn't have an interior, it's just not done. And yes, welcome in. Thanks for saying hi. Dye box. Orange. While I'm thinking about carrots, I wonder if I have any carrots here at the farm. There might be carrots in the basement. I don't know. Doesn't look like it. Oh wait, they're over here. Not many. Okay. Might as well have them all in one spot. Can we see the new tower from the road here? No. Just not quite. All right, I wanted more mud. Mud. Packed mud. Yeah, we're gonna have to do something about the roof. The roof does look a little bit boring. I don't know if I want to have a door here or whether this would be better off to be a window. I feel like if we make this a window, then we can turn this into some sort of flower garden, which could be good. I'll leave it as a window for now. And I think I prefer... Well, no, that does look kind of good. I mean, that's fine as it is. I guess we could try this. I might opt for just the plain old... Yeah, you know, I think I like just the regular packed mud up there. A little square, but... Well, maybe it works better for doors. But I don't think it works good for windows. All right, well, I guess, I mean, what's going to make the most sense, I think, in here for the floor is going to be spruce. Right? Going to have a nice contrast. It's going to match that pretty well. Whoop. Thank you, Cosmic. Much appreciated. Yeah, I can wrap things up shortly. We will, of course, send you on to somebody else playing Minecraft. Do we know who's live that we might want to raid from the community? Is that the first time it's rained this stream? Or did it rain on my breaks? Aldebar and Scar, cool. Thanks for letting me know. Is Scar on Hermitcraft or no? He's on Empires, right? Luna Cupcake coming in with a party of 60. My goodness. Thanks so much, Luna. What were you up to today? Ooh, I don't think I like those as the doorsteps. Let's do, I guess, Dark Oak. Folks coming in with Luna's Raid, if you are new to the channel, my name is Joel Duggan, and I do the Spawn Chunks podcast with my co-host and co-producer Pixriffs. And I also co-host and produce the Citadel Cafe. And of course I stream here on Twitch at least 3 days a week, but very often. It is more than that. And especially lately we've been doing Legos on Fridays. Lego streams on Fridays. All of the things are pretty chill. Do we want all of these pillars to have stone bottoms to them? Probably not. I think maybe just those two. Luna, what were you up to on your stream today? Hope you had a good time. TT Veldog resubscribing with Prime for 5 months. Thank you so much. Much appreciate the support. Luna Cupcake says, hey, was working on my teammate on our villager trading hall, building a giant French-inspired castle for the wild SMP. Very cool. Very, very cool. I will sleep as soon as it stops. Well, I'll sleep as soon as I can so we can stop the rain and I can show you all a little bit around. I do need a slab. Yeah, slab. I'm just waiting for it to allow me to sleep. But we're working in West Hill, which is a 2.5-year-old build. 2.5? 2 years. 2 years old. And we've been slowly but surely putting together this giant... I say giant. It's a medieval town. And so right now, we're just working on one of these buildings in between. Like, this is a big barracks build, and this is a big inn. So now we're kind of like filling in the gaps here. And sort of figuring out how we're going to go forward with this. I feel like I'm missing some white in here. I might want to try to change this up. Just so we have a little bit of white peeking through. I feel like that's a better balance. It's a little bit straight, but... So, Jelly, this looks amazing. Well, thank you. If you just give me 1 second, we'll sleep so that the sun comes up, and then I'll take a quick flight up to the top. So this is the front gate right here. We'll try to land as close to the top of it as we can. So yeah, we've got some farms and stuff down there, but that comes into the main road, main crossroad, and then this comes into the main gate. And you go right through the middle part of town. There's a bridge that connects this river. This river meanders and goes all the way through, goes around the bottom, and then curves back up and goes out that way. You can see it clearly here. So we've built this, the town all around the river. So all of this was like a natural river that I've shaped and made look nice, but it was a natural Minecraft river. And we started with these builds here in the middle. We did most of this first. This is the east side, so the market square. And there's some cool stuff over this way too. I'll turn on some shaders so it looks pretty. It's a pretty full town now, which is cool. There's still some spots that are obviously unfinished. But we've got like a fishing village over this way. Big keep, big fortress here at the back. This needs to be updated, I think. But one of my favorite spots is along the river. I feel like this ended up looking quite nice. And then where we're working today, we are over on this side of town, which is like a lot of rich folks and specialty. Sorry, my frame rate is dying. But we're doing a fair amount of work over here the last few months. And this is what we're working on right now. I do have some trapdoors on me. I wonder if we could do this and make it look kind of supported. Not quite. Maybe with fence gates? Love the little hidden details. Oh, thanks. Yeah, we do stuff like that a fair bit. So there's things like this inn has got like a little basement. And we added like storage and stuff like that. Just, I like completing everything, you know, it makes it feel like a lived in world. I think, you know, having inside details and stuff like that. That's not bad, actually. Not bad, not bad. We could potentially put quartz up there and stairs and then close it in with trapdoors. That could be good. That could be good. I finished the floor. I finished the floor. Finished all the door jams. I guess this would be... Not sure how I want to do this. Nope. So we can put maybe 2 doors there. Or even just one. See if there's anything else I needed to do. I guess we could move on to some rafter stuff. Oh, that doesn't have a gable? I didn't finish. Oh, it's a window. I was like, why is that open? Now I know. That's going to make that a little bit tricky. What I should do is have something here. And I guess we'll just go with something at the top. Oh yeah, this is gonna be hard. That must be the outside. I think I was supposed to trim this. I think I was supposed to trim this back. Or at least change the shape of it so it didn't touch the inn. Oh, right. I remember what I wanted to do now. Yeah. Okay. And then this stuff we can just do that. Or this outside. Darn it. That feels very much in the way. And And this feels very uneven. When in doubt, trapdoor the crap out of it. We will figure the rest out at another time. No, I do need to get going, Cosmic. I know that Luna just sent in a whole crap ton of people. I don't think I like these. But we were just getting close to wrapping up. Oh, crap. And I'm also missing blocks. Okay. So yeah, this is, I wanted to trim this down a little bit and do something different with it. Yeah, I think we may lose the window. I don't know. I'm not really sure. Also, this is really kind of strange. There are some thoughts and feelings as to I don't know what I was doing when I set this up. So we might mess around with that a little bit at another time. But pretty decent change, I think, to this area of the city, of the town. We've got a much nicer looking build in there. Lots of different colors. Helps setting it apart from its neighbors. There's a lot of white up here, so we might try to trim that down a little bit. But I like all the dark oak, and the mud brick stuff on the bottom worked out quite well. We also have this barracks to fill in, so this is all laid out. I'm ready to get started. And then we spent a good chunk of the start of the stream working on these custom trees and these paths leading into this little storehouse that goes out here and connects to the wall and the outer wall and defenses and stuff. So lots of cool little connective paths and things happening today. Really happy with how this turned out. This little area. We have yet to texture it and yet to do all the final stuff, but I like to do that last because I want to finish this building and finish this building. Make sure that, you know, this courtyard doesn't need to get any bigger, that kind of sort of stuff. Like get all the different details and things finalized before we start texturing the path, because it always takes a long time and it's always frustrating when you have to move it, right? So yeah, I'll be recording with Pixriffs again tomorrow. That's the Spawn Chunks at thespawnchunks.com. And you can find everything I am doing at joelduggan.com, including other podcasts like the Citadel Cafe, links to Patreon if you'd like to support. Big thank you to everybody that supported today. If you used a Prime sub or Tier 1 gaming sub, really much appreciate it. And yeah, we're going to pass you on probably to Scar, and we'll see y'all next time. Have a fantastic day. Bye for now.